Thank you, Rebecca, for that introduction. And on behalf of Cohort 5, thank you everyone for coming out to our demo day tonight. To help you understand where the idea for DecidOR came from, I want you to think about the last time that you sat down to relax and enjoy your favorite streaming service, only to end up endlessly scrolling through the seemingly infinite number of movies and TV shows before you, overwhelmed and frustrated and unable to decide what to watch. Or perhaps think about a time that you decided where to eat at a restaurant or where to go for an activity with your friend or your partner, only to end up feeling like you regretted that decision. And so overchoice or choice overload is a thing that many people suffer from. It's a thing where people are unable to make a decision or they feel more regret and dissatisfaction with the choices that they make when they're faced with smaller choice sets. Basically, you end up unable to make a decision, or you end up regretting the decision that you do make. We at DecidOR suffer from this ourselves, and so we set out to make an app that addresses that by taking common choices with large sets of options and guiding users through a process where they are presented with only 2 of those options at a time. My teammate Daniel is going to start walking you through the app.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Let's go ahead and take a look at our homepage. We have several decks of everyday choices listed. Maybe you have trouble finding out what to watch on Netflix. We can help you with that. Maybe you're like one of our instructors and you have a cookout milkshake addiction. We all know how hard it is to choose one of their 43 flavor options, but we've got you covered. Perhaps you're struggling to find the next book that you really want to read, but you know that there are too many choices. We have decks that pull a list of books from the New York Times bestsellers list to solve your problem. Some of our decks have preset options, and others are constantly updating and dynamically changing. We want to go through a couple of our decks by planning a date night. So let's select our date night deck. 2 options show up at a time. Simply click the one that you prefer. Once you get through a list of all the options in the deck, the ones that you've selected move on to the next round. The progress bar at the top indicates how far along the process you are, and the color changes when you've moved on to the next round. 2 options show up at a time, and it helps reduce the effects of choice overload. This option or that option, only deciding between 2 things, is a much simpler process. Great, we have a winner. Ooh, go to a movie. We chose to have an animation display here because we really wanted to reward our users when they got to this screen. We want them to feel a sense of accomplishment and be excited about the decision that they made. Now that we know we're going to go to a movie on date night, I'm going to pass it off to my teammate Benny because we have some more decisions that need to be made.
Great! Now that we've decided to go to a movie, we have to decide which movie to see. Let's consult our In Theaters Now deck for some guidance. We sourced the options for this deck from the International Showtimes API. Let's go on ahead and type in our location to get some options. To build this app, we took on the challenge of learning Vue in just 2 weeks, actually. Vue is a lightweight, component-based JavaScript framework. We use components to help organize our code and the features of Vue CLI 3 to help manage our dependencies, as well as compile our Sassy CSS. On top of that, we prioritized accessibility in our build. Accessible design is a process in which the needs of people with disabilities are taken into consideration. We reference the Ally project checklist alongside the Axe plugin to increase accessibility on our website. Our inputs have placeholders, our images have dynamic alt text, and so on. Great, we've decided on Spider-Man. Excellent choice. Let's go ahead and click on the image so we can be redirected to a website where we can order the tickets online. Good stuff. So I'm going to pass it off to Sarah now so we can decide what to do after we watch a movie.
Thank you, Brittany. Excellent decision to go to the movies. Good times. But my spidey senses are telling me my boo is getting a bit hangry. I'll just pull DecidOR up on my phone. I'm feeling like some grub a la française would really hit the spot. I'll just scroll down to my custom search deck where I can type in a specific search, like French, and tap on our nifty geolocation button to get results local to me. Thanks to our team's efforts to incorporate responsive web design using tools like CSS media queries, it's as easy to make a decision on my phone as it is on my computer. And the implementation of geolocation means that I don't have to type in a city name, making it especially convenient if I'm out of town and not familiar with the area. Ooh la la, we've made a decision. Let me tap on the image to see what their hours are. Et voila! Looks good. You can even make a reservation. That was easy. Let me pass it off to Kyle.
Merci, Sarah. My talented team of fellow developers have shown you many of the dynamic features that make it easy for users to make decisions on our app, but there's many other decks and features that we have yet to show you, as well as we have many ideas for how to improve the functionality and continue growing our app. So please stop by our booth after the presentations to say hi and try the app for yourself. Thank you.